Hey, it's Chuck here, back with Milton Daily Homes, and we have 9 on the list for today, and some real interesting ones. So first one is 830 Mckay at 314.9, and it's a Bryant model, so it's 1235 square feet for Mattamy. So 314.9, a little bit higher, but I'll tell you what, the model below this is a Brandon Amesbury model. A good one of those is selling for 310. So this actually could not be too far off. It just seems like yesterday when these sold for 300 if they were pretty good. No finished basement here. What is nice about it is it backs onto dedicated green space, which is the gas and water lines that go through that little corridor there. So Mckay is a good street. I think the value for backing onto the green space varies between just under 5,000 to sometimes just close to 10,000 depending on the house. There's also hardwood floors here, garage entry, a lot of good upgrades here. So I think overall this one is one worth seeing. If the pictures look good, if the home looks good, it's going to be a great pick. Now 334 Edwards Trail at 319. The inside of the home, it's kind of a narrow front room, but it is a good model. And the builders finished the basement in this one here. I think the total living space in this home was somewhere around 1,700 square feet, and it backs on to Thompson. At 319, I think they've taken that into consideration. I think it's still a really good deal. And there was one on the street similar size that just sold, and it sold for a lot more than this. So they're really priced to sell this one fast. I think it's not going to take long at all. And 775 Short Read is the next one. This is a Linwell End, and it's 1682 square feet, 357.9. Short Read, I've talked about it before, is a very nice street. Everyone's nice and quiet here. This one has a finished basement, and there's the pictures there, a little bit lighter floor. I believe that's an electric fireplace in there. I don't think that's a gas fireplace. You've got the kitchen here. Upstairs, they've upgraded the flooring, and so there's the finished basement. Not the best color to have for a finished basement. I don't think that draws someone in. They've done a little patio outside. So overall, I think that this one is typically we're seeing the Hills views, which are just over 1,500 square feet with a finished basement, selling for over 350. So I think that as that goes, this compares pretty well. I think they priced it pretty decently. 885 Fowles Court is at 359. So this is a Hills view without a finished basement. Like I said, just over 1,500 square feet. Nice dark hardwood floors, a little bit lighter kitchen. Those cabinets are a pretty big upgrade, but I don't know if everyone's going to be into that color. And there's a backsplash there too. That's a laminate counter. It's not granite or anything like that. Good sized family room. They've done a glass shower upstairs, and that's just one of the bedrooms. And then they've stacked the washer dryer. This is big enough to do side by side, but they've chosen to do that. And then they've done a little place to hang the clothes, which I think is pretty interesting. 3 bedroom, 3 washroom, and overall, it competes very well with the one on Short Read. A little bit smaller. To me, it looks a little bit better, a little bit more upgrades. Hardwood versus laminate floors in the previous one. So interesting to see who sells first. Now we're skipping right past the 400s. We're going right up to 519.8, 1232 Field, and very strange what they did here. They did a dark molding on top of the cabinets. They painted the door frame, which would go to a pantry, and they did a little border around here, but it doesn't go right around this side. I don't know what they had in mind, but I have a feeling that would look really strange inside. And it's easy to lose someone on a kitchen. You can really, that's a very important room in a house. Well, we'd have to obviously take a look at that. The hardwood floors in here. Everything else about the house looks pretty decent. That's probably the front entrance there. They've done hardwood everywhere in the house, including upstairs, hardwood staircase. And so there you go. I think for the size of this home at 519, it says it's over 2,500 square feet. And when you look at the room sizes, they're all great size rooms. I would guess it's well into like sort of 27, 2,800 without seeing the floor plans. Crown moldings, very aggressive price, 9-foot ceilings. So this one is priced very well. If you could fix that stuff in the kitchen, I would say this would be a steal. 732 Casarin is 568, and it's on a 43 by 100-foot lot. It used to be 46, and then Magmi chopped those down a bit. And it's a wild rose model, so it's 3,200 square feet approximately. Hardwood floors, granite countertops, gas fireplace. There's a lot of stuff here, exterior stucco and brick. So this one is priced very well. Anytime you're getting, my benchmark at this stage is anything over 3,000 square feet for less than 600 is really good. So this is probably going to sell. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this price range. There's a bit of a log jam over 500 for a lot of these homes. I think that they're very competitive. I like this listing a lot. I can't wait for the pictures. Now, 844 Etherington is on a 36-foot lot. It's a wood lily, I believe is the name of this model. So the great looking kitchen, beautiful homes. These sellers, I've recognized their name before. They always do a good job with their homes. I had buyers who bought their first home actually. So there is California Shutters. Now there's one listed right now in McEwen. Not the same elevation, the stone and stucco, but it's the same house on a premium lot with very similar features inside. This one might have a bit of an edge, but that one's at 529. And so for 40,000, you get a better looking outside of a house. I mean, that turret's really nice, but inside, I don't know. It'll be real interesting. This is very high for this model. It also looks like a really nice home. And Alexander, this is actually an agent selling this home, and now it's close to the train tracks, but it also backs onto a pond. It's a great location, 659, and they've done some work on the front porch. This one is really move-in ready. Hardwood floors in that front room. In the back, you've got the kitchen, very open concept, granite counters, built-in oven. There's a good shot of the kitchen there. And upstairs, you got hardwood floors. You got a huge ensuite. Downstairs, this is kind of cool. You get a little hockey area where I guess you can shoot pucks, and there's a little net there. Lots of pot lights, professionally done. And there's a shot of the backyard. There's a lot of space there. I'm a big fan of this one. This is a very nice home. Again, just like I talked about, there's a big log jam in that range. This one definitely stands out. It's got a good sized lot, has kind of one of those best of both worlds that I talk about, where you're getting the lot and a newer home. Tons of upgrades there. Now Cusick, now the record holder in New Milton is 750, and it's actually this model, and it had a really good kitchen backing onto green space. So they've done this one at 759, and inside is similar to the one that sold at 750, but it doesn't back onto green space. And this is a good model. I can't tell from the pictures whether or not they've actually, there's one elevation that's 3,400 square feet, one that's 38, depending on above the family room if it's finished. Okay, so yeah, actually it does. So it backs onto a pond there. So similar. I think the one that sold at 750. I mean, the previous one was 740 with a finished basement with a walkout. I actually sold the 741, and I think they got lucky on the 750. So I don't know. It could go. If they're basing it on one, I would say this one's higher priced. If they're basing on the other, it might be worthwhile. So very interesting. Very, very interesting listing. Cusick Circle, 759. So that's our list for today, and give us a call if you have any questions. And the other thing I'll mention quickly is that we're doing a buyer class on Saturday at 10:30. So just fill in the forum, check the box for Saturday, and we'll see you there. Okay, take care. Bye.